Hey there everybody, so for today we're going to be creating artwork based around the 4 seasons. So by the end of it today you should have something similar to this. Each individual section, we've got summer, autumn, winter and spring. Now to make our 4 season artwork, these is what we'll need. We'll need our lead pencil, rubber, sharpener, ruler and our colouring pencils. Now guys, so we have our 4 sections for our artwork. I need you to grab your pencil, your ruler, and all I want you to do is draw 4 boxes. So one line down the middle of your page, and then one line along your page. And there is our 4 sections. Alright guys, so now that we've drawn up our 4 squares, let's get into the colouring. Now, when it comes to summer, what's the first colour that comes to mind? Personally, I think it's the yellow. So, for this task, we're going to grab some yellow coloured pencils and we're going to colour in the background of our first square. So this fella right here. So let's go. So okay guys, so you've grabbed your yellow pencils, so let's get colouring. So what I want you to do is, because we're making a background piece, we want to just shade. So can I get you to hold your pencils something like this, and we've got to shade. You see how just on the side there? And I want you to fill in the whole thing similar to what I'm doing. Now you can press a little bit harder if you can't see, but don't press too hard because we still want you to be able to use the bit of paper afterwards. So, doing something similar to this. Let's get that whole background covered. Let's go. Okay guys, so now that we've finished our yellow background, I want to ask you a question. What's the first thing you think of when you think of summer? Me personally, I usually think of the sun. So what I'm going to get you guys to do is grab your pencil and grab a circular based object that I will give to you, so don't worry about that. And now I want you to place it in the center of the square, and we've got to trace around, making a good circle. And there's got to be our sun. Now, it's a bit wonky looking since we have the yellow background, isn't it? So I want you to grab your orange color as well, another color that we think of when we think of summer, and I'm going to get you to color the sun in. And yep. Alright, so this is us finishing off our sun here. So after you've coloured in all that, now you can grab either your normal 2B pencil here, or you can grab a gold coloured pencil, and just to add that bit of extra flair, we can add little sun rays coming off the top. So just by creating little dashes like this around, makes it look like that we've got a bit of a sun ray going. So there we go. Something basic like that. And yeah. Pause it for now. Okay guys, so now this is our fully completed sun. And so now I'm going to give you a few seconds. Just have a look at it, and then I'm going to let you guys go have your turn. So there we go. Alright now that we've finished our summer section, let's move on to our autumn section. Now, what's the first thing when you think of autumn? I usually think of the brown leaves falling from all the trees and everything. So with that in mind, we're going to use our orange and our brown for our background in this section. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so now can I get you to grab your pencil, and just like we did with the summer section, I'm going to get you to start colouring the background. So watch me, and let's get into it. So we start by just doing a quick shade. We'll do a light brush around, just to give that bit of colour. And we've started off with our orange pencil, just so we can give that little bit of texture and a bit of colour around. Do this. Now we'll grab our brown pencil as well and just do the same thing, just to shade it through, just to blend it very well with that orange. And there we go. Okay, so I'm just adding final touches to mine here. So as you can see, I've used both the brown and the orange just to create a bit of a shade and get those two colours mixing. Now, what I want you guys to do is grab your pencil, as you can see here. Now, and I want to ask you a question. So, what's the first thing you think of when you think of autumn? As I said before, I think of the leaves falling off the trees. So what I'm going to get you guys to do is I want you to draw a leaf. Just put it in the center here, or just in around in this little section here. So, I'm going to draw mine. Here we go. And now we want to draw, that's the base of the leaf. Now we want to draw the stem. There, and then we've got to add the veins into that fella. Why not just add that little bit of extra length, just so we can get all three in. There we go. Now, I'm going to get you to grab your reddish-orange colour, and because it looks a bit too sunk into the background, I'm going to get you guys to colour it in. So, following what we did before, I'm going to get you to shade it. And so here we go, guys, just finishing colouring in our leaf. There we go, and boom. That's how we do. Okay, everyone, so now that we've done our autumn section, this is what you guys should have. So as you can see here, we've done our summer with our sun and our autumn with our leaf. Alright guys, so now that we've done our summer section and our autumn section, it's time to move on to our winter section. So what's the first few colours that come to mind when you think of winter? I usually think of the blues, because it's usually starting to get a little bit colder, things starting to cool down, so I like to think light blue and dark blue would be the way to go. Now, as we've done before with our other two sections, we've got to get our light blue and colour in our background. So, let's do it. Okay, so you've grabbed your light blue pencil. Now, like we've done up in our autumn and summer sections, let's colour in. So let's start shading. Now you want to try and aim to make an even shade all around. And make sure that you can still see the light blue, even though it is a light color. We want to press that a little bit harder just so we can see it over the page. So similar to what I'm doing here. So as you can see, here we go. Okay guys, now that we've finished our light blue background, can I get you to grab your dark blue pencil and your ruler? So what we've got to do here is that we've got to draw a snowflake, because that's one of the big symbols that we think of when we think of winter, isn't it? So what I want you to do is grab your ruler, grab your pencil, and I want you to draw one long line down, and then one long line across. Then we've got to do one short line here, and another short line here. So it looks a lot like our snowflake. Now, what else do we need to include when we're thinking of a snowflake? It's the little grooves on the side, isn't it? So I'm going to get you to add little fellas here. So these little fellas here, thinking of them like little V's. So add those fellas here, add the V here, V here, V here, V here, and a V here. And there you have it, a little bit of a snowflake. Now, if you wanted to add a little bit of extra detail, you can add a few little grooves here, here, and here. So adding a few extra V's here and there, making it look something like this. Okay, so after you've completed your snowflake, this is what we should have so far. So we've done our summer section, we've done our autumn section, and now we've done our winter section. Good job, guys. Alright guys, so now that we've completed our summer, our autumn, and our winter sections, it just leaves us with our last season, which is spring. So, what's the first thing that comes to mind, colour-wise, when we're thinking of spring? I like to think it's the greens. So all these green colours, because everything's starting to grow back after the bit of that cold winter, isn't it? So, what I want you to do is grab your light green pencils, and as we've done with our 3 other sections, we're going to do the background. So, let's go. Alright, so getting your pencils, let's start that shading. So we'll do something similar to this. There we go. So just finish off our little bit of shading here. There we go. Now, after we finished our green background, which looks a little bit like grass, doesn't it? So we go to think, what else does spring bring to the table? And I like to think, all the flowers, isn't it? All the flowers start to grow. So what I'm going to get you guys to do is draw a flower. So watch and follow on how I do it. So first we've just got to start from one little point down the below, do a bit of a curve like a flower growing. Boom. Draw a little circle up the top there, the center of the flower, and can I get you to do little petals. So something similar to what I'm doing. There we go, and now, no good flower is completed without its leaves. So I'll get you just to draw a little bit of a shape similar to the leaf we drew in autumn. Add that to the bottom there. And there we go. Now, no good flower is complete without a good little bit of colour, so let's colour it in. And so just add the finishing touches to the colouring for this one. Now I've used these colours to do mine, but you can use any colour you want. And there we go. Alright guys, so now that you've finished your colouring for your flower, this is what we should have. So there we go, we've got our summer section, our autumn section, winter section, and now our spring section. And with that, our little bit of artwork's complete. So as they say, 4 seasons in 4 sections. Good job guys.